Alright, let's talk about cameras. We all have one in our pocket, right? But where did this incredible technology come from? To find the answer, we have to go way back. I'm talking centuries back, long before electricity, to a concept called the camera obscura. The name literally means dark room in Latin, and that's exactly what it was. Imagine a big, completely dark room. Now poke one tiny little hole in one of the walls. Light from the outside world streams through that single pinhole. And here's where the magic, or rather the physics, happens. That light projects an image of the outside world onto the opposite wall. It's upside down and backward, but it's a perfect, full-color projection. This wasn't just a party trick, it was a revolutionary tool for artists, scientists. Think about it. Before this, artists had to rely solely on their eyes and hands to capture perspective and detail. Suddenly, they could trace a perfectly projected image of a landscape or a person. The big breakthrough came from a French inventor named Nicephore Niepce. He coated a pewter plate with a type of asphalt. He put it inside a camera obscura and pointed it out his window. He left it there for, get this, at least 8 hours. The light slowly hardened the asphalt and he washed away the unhardened parts. The result was a permanent, ghostly image, considered the world's first photograph. Next came Louis Daguerre, who partnered with Niepce. He used a polished silver-plated copper sheet treated with iodine vapor. That made it much more sensitive to light, cutting exposure down to minutes. You'd expose the plate in the camera, then develop the invisible image using mercury vapor. The result, the daguerreotype, a single, incredibly detailed, one-of-a-kind image. It was the birth of practical photography. People could finally have portraits made. George Eastman, founder of Kodak, made photography for everyone. In 1888 he introduced a simple camera using a roll of flexible film instead of plates. His slogan, "You press the button, we do the rest." For nearly a century, film was king. It got better, color was perfected, cameras got smaller, and cameras got smarter. Then, in 1975, something happened inside a Kodak lab that would eventually make film obsolete. An engineer named Steven Sasson built a device that was, for all intents and purposes, the first digital camera. It was a Frankenstein's monster of a machine. It weighed 8 pounds. It was the size of a toaster. It used a new type of sensor called a CCD, or charge-coupled device. This is the moment where light stops being captured by chemistry and starts being captured by electronics. The CCD sensor was a grid of tiny light-sensitive squares. When light from the camera's lens hit the grid, each square measured how much light it received and converted that into a tiny electrical charge. The camera then took those electrical charges and converted them into digital information, a series of ones and zeros. It took 23 seconds to record one black and white image to a cassette tape. The resolution was a measly 0.01 megapixels. But technology, as we know, gets better and cheaper.